Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today again I will be trying the thing that we did last two videos, that was using prep model in my communication. So I believe that this is very powerful model. That's why I will be trying this model for next couple of more videos so that I am perfect while using it in the daily life. So today I think we can go back to what ifs and social issues mix. Let's do mix of these two, right? So first word for today is first phrase for today is, what if you could only sleep in public places? Whoa, it will be difficult, right? I think it will be difficult. Reason being, you won't have any privacy and you will always be fearful that something might come up, like a street dog may come and lick you, so it makes you uncomfortable and it breaks your sleep. So that's all discomfort. Let's say you came back from holiday and you want to sleep restfully and you want to take complete rest so that you can go back to your normal life after the holidays, but you realize you can't live in closed doors where there is no noise and there is no disturbance. You will have to go to any public place where other people might be walking or they might be having some activities like playing or singing. So you will have to sleep in public place. So that would be really scary, I believe. And again, that I mentioned earlier, that it would be really difficult to take some rest, because sleep is something which gives you, which rebounds you or bring you back your energies that were gone away before sleeping. So there would not be any point of having houses, because houses are mainly for a place where you can sleep peacefully and other stuff as well. But yeah, having a good night's sleep is something which is basic need a human want. Okay, next phrase for today is, should we have reparations for historical injustices? I don't know what reparations is. Should we treat internet access as a public utility? Yes, we should treat it as public utility. Public utility is something which is available to whole public. For example, street light, it is a public utility which is available to everyone passing by that road. So everyone who is available. So internet is something which is needed in daily lives. So it should be treated as public utility and provided by the government free of cost to everyone. Or maybe subsidized prices could be used. When it is done in that manner, internet is available everywhere. We have seen this happening at certain places, like while in railways, government has started providing public Wi-Fi that is available to the passengers traveling in that train. So that is a public utility, having access to the internet. So that is something which government has done really well, as people can go from place to place using internet and use their entertainment, use their mobile phones or laptops for work or entertainment, whatever they want it to. So yeah, it should be treated as public utility at some point of time. Next phrase is online dating changing relationships for better or worse? I think it is by online dating, I think it is changing for better. You get to meet a lot of people online, maybe, but I'm not sure what I want to say on this topic. There could be mixed point. I have seen people who met online and they are having a really good life ahead. And I have seen people who have met offline and they also are having a really good life. But considering change in the relationships, I believe that meeting online people, it could be a little bit of disguise, or online pictures or photographs are not something which are real. You portray yourself in something which is attractive to others when you are online, but in reality, you could be a completely different person. By being attractive, I am not only saying about attraction to the eyes of others, but also the mentality or the heart that you have. You might be writing really good stuff online about yourself, but in reality, you are not that person. So it has converted from being real to being a disguise so that you get a good partner. And guess what? Everyone is finding it difficult to find a real partner online. So it has completely changed the relationships for worse. Yeah. Next phrase is, what if every lie you told become true? That would be really very interesting. People, and people will think before speaking anything. They might wanna be joking around, but they can't do it if everything they say becomes true. So they won't be able to joke around. Let's take an example of a person who used to go to school a little late and just giving the excuses to teacher that they they found someone very needy at the time they were coming to the school and they wanted to help them. While they were helping those people, they got late, but in actual they were spending a little extra time while playing video games at their home. So what will happen is, if they say this lie, next day when they come to school, already getting delayed because of the video games, now they will actually find people on the way who need their help, and they can't be able to stop themselves for helping them, because that's the image or that's the lie they told yesterday, and now it has to become the truth. So yeah, I think people will think before speaking anything, and they will be more cautious of the words or the phrases they use before speaking, because everything they say will become truth. Another example could be that people generally say it very casually that if I don't do this work, I'll die. So they are just simply exaggerating the point of not doing that work. But in actual, they are not going to die. But what if this lie becomes true? So there will be few examples. People will see this and learn from others' example, because they can't learn through their own example in this particular example, because they will die before learning. So they will look at others and understand this, that they have to be cautious while speaking anything. Next phrase is online anonymity more harmful than helpful? I think anonymity was intended to be a little helpful, but somehow it became harmful for the society. The original intention was that anonymity will people will not hesitate to highlight any wrongdoing happenings in the world because of their anonymity. But now what is happening is, people are spreading these negativities through YouTube comments or social media, and they take the benefit of being anonymous on the internet, and that is very harmful for the people who really want to do good in their life. By being anonymous, people are spreading a lot of hatred because they can't get caught unless there is a very serious crime that they commit and government gets behind their back, or government put all their resources on work and try to find those people. So yeah, it is very harmful. Next phrase for today is nepotism always wrong? Hmm. When it's talking about always, no, it is not always wrong. Reason being the father or the one person in the family who tried really very hard and who gave everything that he had to succeed in his life. He want to give that to their child. He want to help that them in any way possible. Let's take two examples to simplify this. There is a businessman who has a really good shop in the market, and when the time comes when he has to give the reins of those shop to someone else, what do you think he will choose? Who do you think they will choose? He will definitely choose his own child, because that opportunity that he has got after years of experiences and though the reputation that he has created in that market, he don't want to hand it over to someone else. There might be more people who are more skilled than his child, but he want his child to come to the shop and learn things and help him learn a little quicker than others. This is something which we see in daily life. Similarly, nepotism is famous in Bollywood because people prefer or people use their reputation in the market to give chances or get opportunities for their child. We have seen a lot of such examples, but why shouldn't they? Someone from their family started this. They started from scratch and built a reputation. So why shouldn't their child have that benefit of access, benefit of the such network that their parents have created? So nepotism is not always wrong, unless it affects population, a large population, badly. There are some bad examples for sure, like if reigns of any kingdom is given to a child who is very bad and does not want public to be happy, it becomes difficult for whole kingdom to live. Population will die and the new king will not listen to anyone. So yeah, it is not always wrong, but yeah, it is also wrong sometimes. So it has to be kept in mind what large impact it is going to bring. How many people is it going to affect? So last phrase for today is, what if you could only use objects for purposes they weren't designed for? Oh, this is difficult. This reminds me of a reel that anything could happen in that reel. It was full of surprises, like a person opens a tap to collect some water in his cup, but he is holding the cup upright down, so it is not filling it. So it is something like that he is not able to use the cup to contain water. So there is no point of having any object in that case. What will you do? A chair is there in your room and you want to sit and take rest, but instead you can't sit on the chair. You are standing on the chair and you want to sit on the floor now because you are not able to sit on the chair. There is really comfortable bed on your room, in your room, with fluffy bed sheets and bed mattresses. So you just want to get into it and take a deep sleep. But guess what? You can't use your bed for sleeping. You will have to lie down in on a hard surface of the floor and sleep on it. Hmm. Yeah. So that would be difficult. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much.